So after my last video, the flying V, it's come to my attention that some people are really having trouble still building some of these aircraft, which is, I don't know. I think part of me is like, airplanes are really simple, but for me, rockets aren't really my cup of tea. I can build them, but I tend to use weird tactics to do so. So we're gonna try to build a really simple stick airplane today, and hopefully we can help some people out in their designs. Simple, quote unquote, airplane. Of course, when I don't really do simple very well, so we're gonna try to do simple pretty well, and we're gonna build a simple offset aircraft. So hopefully this will help you out, because by building something like this, hopefully you will get the gist of how to do these designs. So we're gonna go ahead and go to grandparent rigid. And we'll just do the same for here until we are wide enough and I feel comfortable with the design. But we need to make sure that these stay odd. So if anything, I will probably leave this at 3. I think 3 is a good whole number. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and place some fuel. Nice, simple airplane. Nothing complex, nothing wonky, but what we need to do is ensure that our center of mass is on our center of lift, which is why I wanted an odd number of wings. So right now our center of mass is definitely not where we need it to be. But we can correct this pretty easily by throwing some extra fuel on this other side here. Actually, no, because we need to still place our engines, and our engines are going to be on both sides. Huh, actually gets us pretty close. I lost my engine. I lost my engine. I lost my engine again. Snap to, darn ya! Okay, there we go. So now we need a tail. Now, if you've seen my last few tails, they've been kind of intricate, but this time we're going to go with something a bit more simplistic. I'll just go with this smaller one here. And I'm trying to aim it so I don't throw off my center of lift adversely. Okay, and now we can throw some tail fins on here. Alright, so we kind of need dramatically, desperately to throw some elevons on there. Now, I think a lot of people where they'll go wrong is they'll keep throwing on even more and more elevons. You'll see what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to use that many. I'm going to use this for my roll, which might be a bit more roll control than I need, but I'm going to go with it anyway. But I am actually going to use this big elevon here for my pitch. So I have a feeling like I'm going to need to pitch the heck out of this thing. Because we're so narrow, it's going to be a really weird craft to fly. Okay, so that gives us this. And now we need to correct our offset here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about that. Alright, so what's the weight on this? That's 1.8. What's our fuel in our small tanks? Throw one here, double it, and that can give us a little something that we can work. I can work with that. I can work with this. Okay, because that way I can just come here, throw another one here, and that's going to keep the aesthetics as well of my aircraft. So let's swing this down a bit. Go here, swing this over. And we are spot on right now. We are spot on. Fantastic. Okay. That's going to give us a bit of drag up front, so I should put a tip on that. That way it's not too much drag going on, which it's going to force me to rebalance it a bit. But I'll worry about that when I put the wheels on. It's not too bad. Not too bad, actually. Okay, so let's wheel it up. Let's go ahead and set this one to pitch. That was supposed to be pitch. And this one is going to be set to roll. This is going to be set to yaw control. And now we need to throw on our wheels, which should not throw us off too badly. So let's do this as far front as we can, because I want this one to lift off on its own, if at all possible. So I just have to worry about it when it is on the ground, or in the air, I should say, rather. On the ground, yeah. Smart stuff to say there. Okay. Okay, there we go. So let's do our final check. Make sure that we're balanced out here. We are still pretty good. Our center of thrust should be almost directly on there, which is kind of not good. Ever so slightly. There we go. Kind of. We should be okay with that. I just don't want it to pull to one side, because I can always adjust these. Move my lift over slightly. Okay, so there's your asymmetric aircraft. Looks a little weird, looks a little like some Star Wars stuff, but okay, asymmetric trainer 1. So let's see what this thing does. It's probably not gonna fly, but that's okay, because we at least tried. But going with the design that we have, basically everything should line up. We have our center of mass, center of thrust, center of lift, everything centered right there, with our mass slightly in front of our lift and our thrust centered on our mass, which is a lot of times what you're shooting for. You can break all the rules if you know the design tricks. Well, that's looking interesting already. So let's lift this off. And you see our tail fin slightly angling. And what do you know? We're airborne. So there you go. It's a lot easier than I thought it would be. But hopefully this gives you an idea of how you can do it, how you can build it. Let's see how it maneuvers. Let's turn it down some. Not bad. Not bad at all. We have a bit of control concern here with the pitch, but going by the way the aircraft looks, that does not surprise me a bit. But it flies really well, to tell you the truth. I am surprised that it's actually doing so well. But there you go. That is pretty fantastic. So asymmetric is not as hard as some people would make it to be. It's just really about getting the design proper. But this bird is good. And this bird is completely stock. So if anyone does indeed want it, I can throw it on Kerbal X. I've seen a few of these type designs before. So it's nothing spectacular, but it is fun to build and fly. And it's been a while since I've built an asymmetric aircraft, so I really wanted to go ahead and tackle that today as well, and show you some of the design concepts that go into it and how you can build your own asymmetric aircraft, and just design in general for those wondering if they can build, you know, how to build better airplanes. You know, you don't always have to use things like SAS or torque. You can get away with not doing that and still get a pretty good aircraft. I don't think this one's going to fly very well without torque, though. We can try it real quick. Let's see what happens. No, it actually handles pretty well. At the moment, it's a little more difficult to fly. But it is flying. And it's pretty stable, to tell you the truth. Alright, let's turn that back on so we can stabilize this thing. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, I guess we need to land it, don't we? Everybody's going to be screaming for me to land this thing. So let's go ahead and attempt to land. Look how slow we're going. Holy crap. Alright, engine's off. Gear down. Ooh, this thing is interesting. It is interesting without the engines on. Okay, wants to dive down, but we got this. We got this. We got this. Alright, so we had a little bit of roll forward. Of course, we don't have enough. My mustache got itchy now. Mustache? What the heck's going on with me? So, yeah, it's a little quirky to land because it's not very long. It's kind of a little stick, but it flies. It's asymmetric. Itchy. It's itchy, but it works really well. I actually really like this design. I need to kind of extend out the wheel platform a bit so it can land better, but this is a really good design and I like this. You might see more of this one, but just a quick demonstration of how you can do it. So go out there and build your own. Let's see what you got. You know, drop it on Twitter, hit me on Twitter, or throw it, you know, put your link in the comments down below of your design. And also, if you started jogging or running or exercising, let me, you know, drop that in there. We're going to celebrate everyone's achievements on this channel. Everyone's achievements. You get out there, you walked a mile, we're celebrating that. Did you walk half a mile? We're celebrating that. Did you jog a single minute? We're celebrating that too. I don't care. This channel is for you guys, not just for me. So hopefully you have enjoyed yourself, and if you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, drop me in the comment, let me know what you think, and hope to catch you guys in the next video. For now, it's your boy Jatwan. I'm out. Peace. Yeah, I did the run, the Night Nation run last night. It was actually a lot of fun. I ran 3 miles. I did it. I know. I went from running from when I started all this exercising, I was able to walk for 10 minutes. And now I can run 3 miles. If I can do it, you can do it. Any of you can do it. I believe in you.